Alright guys, part 2 of my early December reviews. Um, Back at home a day later, and yeah, tried to get this review done yesterday when I was over my friend's house, but uh, her parents came home, and she's got 2 kids, so the noise level was too great for me to get anything done. I was lucky I got Thundertron done, so now we're on to Magnus. Yeah, Voyager class Magnus. And as you can already see, I've done a little custom work to it. Yeah, and I'm happy with it so far. Um, Let me show you what I did. All the wheels, originally black. They're all originally black. Smokestacks on the front of the cab, blue to start with. And there's absolutely no color in the back section. It's all blue back there. So I have my Sharpie uh, silver paint pen and my red Sharpie paint pen, and I just did a little custom work. I'm going to be getting a white paint pen to hit the lines between the silver and above and below the red, just to get it look right. I saw it on the ReproLabels.com Facebook page. I saw someone had already done that, and it looked cool. I'm not waiting for I'm gonna wait for Repro Labels. I want to see what Repro Labels does for this guy, and I kind of also hit the back tail lights. Didn't turn out too well, so hopefully Reaper Labels does something really cool. And I wasn't sure how to do the flap in the middle there. I wasn't sure what to do with it. Again, Reaper Labels. Hold on. And in vehicle mode, it also comes with his weapons, uh, which if I pulled out the tabs in the back of his back area here, it can peg right in. You can use these 2 blue pegs on the back, or use this peg back here, and then put the missile on the other side. Little G1 accurate, almost missile. But I will be doing some work too, as well. Not too, but work on as well. I'm probably going to hit the thruster in black and maybe a little bit of techie detail. I'm not sure. We'll see. So transformation is fairly simple once you get the hang of it. Sorry if I sound funny. I got a cough drop in my mouth. So I'm going to start with unpegging that from there, and then what I do is I straight the legs all the way down, and then as I'm working on it, and this seems to happen a lot when I'm doing the arms, I'll start unpegging them and working with them, but you want to slide his whole cab section back once you get the arms unpegged, and then flip that gray tab back. This happens a lot with mine, and I know it's supposed to because it wouldn't be doing this if it weren't supposed to. But got that little triple spike stack, whatever you want to call it, and it just really slots into a peg on the interior of the shoulder. And for some reason, every time I transform this guy from truck to bot, uh, the tabs that are holding the cab section to the together in vehicle mode are really tight, and it's going to force these pegs to pop off. So once you get him split in the cab section down, you spread his arms and go all the way back to the sides. Now, PR in his review did showed what he did to change it, because the arms are as bad as he says. They're terrible. Um, so once you get the arms off to the sides like that, you take the bumper from here, 9 degrees forward, come down here, swing the fist down, and close the forearm. And again on the other side, fist out, close the forearm. and then you can orient the head. At that point, take the legs, unpeg them, and you take the bottom wheel, unpeg it from the bottom here, swing it up, and then fold it over his calves and peg it into the interior of the leg. And then take the other side, unpeg from little tab on the foot here. You can get it on screen yet. That little tab. Swings the wheels up, fold them around, and then peg them into the interior leg to form calves. And finally, take the toe, push it up. Pretty much a shell former in all ways, in all forms, but it works for me, and he looks badass. I absolutely love this figure. He's well proportioned and everything. He's really cool. What I was saying about the shoulders are as bad as Pia said. Coming out of the box, they droop a lot, especially once you get the weapon in his hand. If you have his arm at a 90-degree angle, and with full extension on the hammer, it'll hit the floor. So what Pia had done, and it actually does work, is he took a small, I'd say 3/4 of an inch piece of Scotch tape, folded in thirds, and shoved it into the shoulder joint. And the results speak for themselves. He can hold his arm up over his shoulder. And that's freaking cool. Just that little bit of Scotch tape, and it might wear down over time, depending on what you do with it, how much you move it around. But it's easy enough. It's easy to fix. You just pop the arm back off, pull the tape out, put a new piece of tape back in, and seal it up. Scotch tape is never going to go away, so you're never going to find anything better. So put him off to the side, and I'll go back to the weapon. Missile. Yeah, missile's just a missile. Pegs on his arm. I'll show you that in a little bit. And to the weapon. This is the Powerizer gimmick. It comes in two forms. The rifle form, not feeling this. No rifle has a big old beat pad on the top of it. Just doesn't do it for me. To transform it from rifle to hammer, try to get this in the light. Sorry about the lighting, by the way. It's late, and I'm only using the center room light that I have. To transform this into hammer, you take this section, pull it straight down, and this one is the only one that does this, and it's ingenious. Flips a little tab over, and that little tab pegs in, and the hammer can hold itself. And I love it. Sorry, I have a text message, very unprofessional. Work friend. Alright. Where was I? Oh yeah. Hammer's fun. And it should be lighting up, and the problem that I had with this is that the light was green. But I disabled that, I pulled the battery clean out, and it's covered up now. The battery's down here in this section. Basically, all you do is just unscrew a screw, this one to be exact. Unscrew that screw, and then pop the button sized batteries out, and you can disable the light. The only thing I'm worried about now with this is how long it will take for that spring to snap, because I'm not going to strip that spring. I don't think that little blue tab will hold this entire section together without that spring. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. Might take years, but I'm not worried about it right now. And go back to Magnus here. Now take the missile, and there's multiple places you can pick it on him. You can do up on the shoulder, forearm, on both sides. He's also got a hole in the back you can plug it into if you want. And this is a little silly, but you can hold it in his hand. It's very silly. I'm sorry about the lighting change. My computer goes dark every 5 minutes. But I don't like this. I think it's stupid. So what I do is I just shove this missile with the 5mm peg into the 5mm peg hole on his left arm, and I lay the arm down. I relax it. And with the hammer, you have two holding areas. You have the long bottom handle, which honestly doesn't do it for me. It makes the hammer way too huge. So what I like to do is I take the gun barrel, the little tiny one, and it looks a lot better. Shove it right in there. Still not great, but it does it. And then all I can do from here, bend it at the elbow, and it holds. Still a little droopy, but it holds. But what I do to display him is I kick it back on his shoulder, and I think that's awesome. And he'll hold this position. It won't droop, it won't sag. It'll hold it, and I think it looks awesome because I don't really like posing. Yeah, a lot of the things I do pose aren't great, but that's what I do. And honestly, if you can find him, pick him up, and definitely do the Scotch tape method to fix his shoulders. There's no other way you can do it. Super glue won't work. It'll strip the ball. And if they reissue this, Hasbro, I'm looking at you. When you reissue this, make the balls a little bigger for his shoulders, just a hair bigger. It'll stiffen the joint up by 100%. But yeah, easily a 9 out of 10. Don't like the shell former part of it. Don't like how the shoulder bits pop off, but little gripes. All in all, great figure. Definitely a 9.5 out of 10. Definitely pick him up. And this is Greg saying, stay frosty, and I'll hit you up another time. Later, guys.